Sa amendment nyo, the indigents will no longer be required to execute a promissory note. Tapos dinagdag nyo, pero ito yung mga pwede nilang gawin. Wala nga ho yun. Yung sinabi nyo, wala sa bill nyo. Ang nasa bill, yung mga 5 items that are used to secure a promissory note. So that covers the people who need to pay a promissory note. So, Her Honor has to clarify this because it's not, what she's saying is not in the bill.
Actually, Mr. President, it is in the bill. In fact, in answering this question,
Remind the sponsor, when we were in the period of interpellation, this representation agreed that we close the period of interpellation on the condition that we would be able to propound questions during the period of amendment to help us formulate the proper amendments and to also enlighten the body on the issues because for the record, this bill amends the law that this representation sponsored 15 years ago. So I also congratulated the sponsor during my first amendment that the first time I made amendments that it is high time that we review this. So I'm supportive of this, but I just need to be able to propound these clarificatory questions because I hope the body will engage with us because I think it requires a whole of body approach in solving this issue. Because the next issue I'm going to take up might have a very big impact on the financial constraints of government. So if with Her Honor's permission, can I proceed?
yes, Mr. President.
So we will start now on section 2, which is,
Just to put everyone on the same page, we provided a clean copy to the body dated May 19. No? So,
Yes, Mr.
yeah,
President.
so that will be the base bill that
they do not have endless cash flow. They are also running a business. Karamihan po niyan mga single proprietary owners na mga doktor mismo, and they also have to pay for their staff, for their lab technicians, for they have to cover all the investments they made, the purchases of their equipment, etc. So the reason that the law requires a promissory note kasi hindi naman din kayang saluhin ng mga private hospitals yung yung hospital bill ng mga pasyente. Sino magbabayad, 'di ba? I mean, common sense po sa lahat ng kahit sari-sari store ka, kahit anong negosyo mo, at some point somebody has to pay the bills. So, ang law natin as it stands may promissory note, but the proposed amendment of the sponsor is provided that no promissory note shall be required of indigent patients who have been endorsed by the Medical Social Services Office of the hospital, medical clinic, or any similar facility to the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Provided further that those patients who are partially recovered shall sign a waiver undertaking that they are assuming the risk of the consequences for requesting for discharge despite having not fully recovered. So ang question po natin sa sponsor natin, magkano ho ang impact nito sa ating private hospitals na wala ng promissory note? Magkano ba ang normal? Her Honor can answer in any way she would like based on the data that she has. Ilan ba ang indigent patients natin na pumapasok sa DOH hospitals? Because for now, pag DOH hospital, sabi ng DOH at ng PhilHealth, wala nang babayaran. Yun ang zero
Balance
ZBB,
billing.
ZBB. Zero, I was gonna say zero sum, parang iba namang concept yun. Zero balance billing, ZBB. So yan ang DOH hospitals. And then, na-cover na ba yung LGU hospitals? Hindi pa? Hindi pa po, parang nagpa-pilot pa lang. Okay, so yung question natin, when this was first brought up, I think we were deliberating the budget. Alam ni Senate President yan kasi siya yung chairman ng ating Committee on Finance. Yung question is, paano naman yung mga LGU hospitals? Kasi if you are a patient, you do not even distinguish between a DOH hospital and an LGU hospital. Basta you will go to a hospital that is near you and that can take care of you. So hirap na hirap yung mga mayor na masabi sa pasyente na, ay hindi ka namin covered kasi hindi kami DOH. LGU din pasyente, ha? Ha? They do not understand that distinction because in their mind, this is a public hospital. Sabi, ZBB. So later on, nag-clarify ang DOH DOH hospitals lang. And then now, my understanding is they are piloting some LG hospitals. I might have some numbers. I will also be happy to share what I have, but I believe it is incumbent upon the sponsor who is now proposing na wala ng promissory note kasi sino ang sasagot nito? Ang concern ko is we are partners, public and private institutions are partners in delivering health service in this country. So we do not want to see these private hospitals shut down because wala na hong magbabayad ng kanilang mga bills. I don't know if there are arrangements that have been made already prior to the passage of this bill to ensure that these private hospitals will be paid. Because even the LGU hospitals, nandun pa lang tayo sa dry run or ang tawag doon? Pilot testing. So I give the floor to Her Honor to enlighten us because I would love to be able to support the needs of the indigent patients. But I also don't want the private hospitals to close.
Thank you, Mr. President. Of course, I also share that particular concern of the gentle lady from Taguigan Pateros. As to her first question, kung magkano lahat-lahat ang magiging financial implications sa mga ospital kung maipasa natin itong batas na ito. Unfortunately, there's no concrete data of the universe of that amount, but at the very least, pwede nating sabihin na variable yung fees, no? The fees range from as low as 50,000 pesos to 1 million pesos per patient. Depende sa kaso. Then of course, we would need to multiply that to come up with the range, multiply that with yung pangalawang tanong ng gentle lady kung ilan lahat yung mga indigent patients ang hindi nakakasettle ng bills nila under the current system. And before I go to ano yung kapalit ng current system proposed in this bill, I would just like to note, Mr. President, na because of this concern being raised by the gentle lady, kaya alam ko rin po na Senator Joel will also propose amendments in terms of transparency of billing and charges dahil sa cost variability na ito. Alright, then dako na po ako, Mr. President, sa kung hindi na magpapatuloy yung kasalukuyang promissory note system, ano naman ang kahit papaanong mga garantya o reassurance sa mga ospital na they will be eventually paid. The bill proposes at least 5 which may be used either singly or in combination with each other. So the promissory note or yung katumbas ng promissory note shall be secured by any or a combination of the following: a mortgage over real or personal property of the patient, a relative, or a co-maker. B, a guarantee of a co-maker who shall be jointly and severally liable. C, a deed of assignment. Dito importante, Mr. President, gentle lady, yung papel ng mga government financial institutions. A deed of assignment of the loan proceeds or benefits entitlement from the Social Security system or the government service insurance system in case the patient is an active member thereof. D, a guarantee letter from the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, and in the case nga po of indigent and financially incapacitated patients, a guarantee letter from the Department of Social Welfare and Development or the Department of Health. So at least in the interim, Mr. President, between when dapat ma-discharge na yung indigent patient kahit may balanse pa siya sa bill and the time na mako-compensate nga yung ospital, ito po yung nakitang mga kapalit na mala promissory note o garantya para sa kanila, Mr. President.
Mr. President, perhaps the sponsor can enlighten me because with all due respect, yung binasa niyo po is Section 2, which states the promissory note shall be secured by any or a combination of the following. Yun ang binasa nyo. So this is, the promissory note will be secured by these items, yung inisa-isa nyo. what you told me is ito yung mga kapalit ng promissory note. Hindi ho yan ang nakasulat sa bill ninyo, Mr. President.
No, Mr. President, it will be a different system. Kung dati the indigent patient and his or her family were on their own to execute a promissory note kahit wala or kulang na kulang ang anumang collateral. Here, there is a promissory note in their name but backed up not by them all by their lonesome, pero itong mga social protection and government financial institutions natin. And without leaving this topic, if the gentle lady wishes to pursue it, just relating to an earlier question of hers, in terms of proxy data, yung tinatanong po nila na magkano magiging cost implications, lalo na sa mga private hospitals, kung maipasa yung batas na ito.
So babalikan,
If-
sorry, just so for clarity lang,
Yes.
binabalikan niyo yung unang question ko kasi yung question natin ngayon is your response to me.
Yes.
So which one first?
Oh,
Because
sabi
hindi
ko
pa
po,
tayo-
Mr. President, na without leaving this topic, just para hindi
So,
ko
balikan natin
malimutan.
yung sa numbers.
Yes,
Okay,
I just
sure.
want to add
Okay.
yung sagot ko kanina dun sa isa sa mga naunang tanong ng gentle lady na to use proxy data, if private hospitals are claiming 7 to 10 billion pesos from PhilHealth, then at least for purposes of discussion, we could assume around that amount yung implication sa kanila kapag maipasa itong batas. So that 7B to 10B worth of payments due sa kanila ay ipasasalo natin sa ganitong bagong sistema. And then, again, mindful of the...
Can I comment on that one?
Yes,
Kasi
Mr.
otherwise, either I'll comment on this now or ililista ko lang kasi
It's all right, Mr. President.
sige. So
The gentle lady may
her
proceed.
Honor's theory is that based on the claim of private hospitals to PhilHealth, and her Honor said it is 7 to 10 billion, yan yung ina-assume ng ating sponsor na amount that is needed to cover indigent patients.
Yes, Mr.
Saan ho
President.
nanggaling yung figure na yon?
From PhilHealth, Mr. President, with this
What is the exact line item for that? Because I've sponsored the budget of PhilHealth and maraming hinihingi ang PhilHealth. So hindi ko kayang tanggapin na yan necessarily ang pang-indigent because the record also shows napakaraming indigent patients who don't bother going to the hospital because alam nilang wala silang pangbayad. So this is probably the bill for lower middle class or middle class patients who cannot even cover the bill. Hindi pa yata ito yung sa indigent. So we have to be clear if we are going to mention numbers that this definitely covers the sector that we are referring to. Yun lang naman yung reason kung bakit nagtatanong ako ng numbers kasi nakakatakot magpasa ng batas na to at batas ko to at gusto ko naman talaga siyang pagandahin na hindi tayo clear sa figures natin, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President, I'm just pulling up the disaggregated data for which we came up with this proxy data of a range of 7 to 10 billion pesos. And I will be giving that to the gentle lady during this interpellation or this period of amendments. Additionally, Mr. President, before returning to the latest concern of the gentle lady, mindful of the apprehensions and reservations raised by the good senator from Taguig Pateros regarding the possible cost implications to government, the sponsor wishes to place on record that the provision is anchored on the availability of medical assistance programs of various government agencies as provided under this bill na binanggit ko nga, Mr. President, as well as, of course, the continued implementation of the government's zero balance and no balance billing policies. And in line with this, the sponsor is likewise inclined to accept the proposed amendment of the good senator from Taguig when she proposes it, requiring the Department of Health to establish the criteria for indigency and the requirements necessary to qualify for the said exemption at a later time, Mr. President. So the latest concern of the gentle lady was,
So her Honor made a statement that there are other ways the bill intends to support the indigent patient. And Her Honor mentioned letter A, B, C, D, E. Sabi nyo, 5 po yun. Ang sinasabi ko po sa inyo, kindly educate me because yung sinabi nyo, wala yan sa bill. Ang naka-enumerate dyan na 5 items are, it says the promissory note will be secured by any of the following. So may promissory note pa rin. So Her Honor is simply addressing dalawang sitwasyon natin. Sino ang kailangan magbigay ng promissory note at based dun sa dito sa amendment nyo, the indigents will no longer be required to execute a promissory note. Tapos dinagdag nyo, pero ito yung mga pwede nilang gawin. Wala nga ho yun. Yung sinabi nyo, wala sa bill nyo. Ang nasa bill ay yung mga 5 items that are used to secure a promissory note. So that covers the people who need to pay a promissory note. So Her Honor has to clarify this because it's not, what she's saying is not in the bill.
Actually, Mr. President, it is in the bill. In fact, in answering this question, nag-take off po ako dun sa page 3, line 17, section 2, na kinwote ng gentle lady from Taguigan Pateros. And kaya tinalakay ko po yun na in lieu of the current promissory note system, it's still called the promissory note here, pero hindi na po yung solong mga collateral o ano pa mang meager resources na meron yung indigent patient or family ang magsisecure niyan. Ang magbaback up na po nun ay yung mga social protection agencies at saka government financial institutions natin tulad ng SSS, GSIS, PCSO, DSWD, DOH. So in effect,
Can Your
the
Honor
promissory
specific-
note, if I may just complete
sure.
this last sentence, the promissory note will no longer be issued by their lonesome nga po ng indigent patient and family, then bahala na sila sa buhay nila kung paano i-honor. In a way, it will be for the benefit of the hospital na mayroong, hindi yung mahirap na iyon, pero may government institutions na nagsisiguro sa kanila na you will be paid, Mr. President.
Should we suspend? Because what Her Honor is saying is not written in the bill. So I don't know if
We
Her
may
Honor
suspend,
would
Mr.
like,
President,
like
but-
me to approach and try to explain because I understand what Her Honor is trying to say. What I'm saying is it's not written in the bill.
Mr.
You
President,
can
we
ask
may
your
suspend.
staff because it's not written in the bill.
We may suspend, Mr. President, but it is actually written in the bill, and I was
Kindly read
quoting
it.
the gentle lady
Kindly read it
when I
into the
responded to her
record.
question.
Then read it into the record because yung binanggit niyong 5 items, nandyan nakasulat yan. But line 27, section 2, line 27 says, the promissory note shall be secured by any or a combination of the following. Yun nga kung binanggit nyo, nandyan yan. But it says a promissory note will be secured. My question was, paano mabubuhay ang mga ospital kung wala ng promissory note? Hindi nyo pwedeng ibato ito kasi ito sabi, the promissory note will be secured by the following. Perhaps Your Honor would like to make an amendment that says that in lieu of the promissory note, kasi yun ho ang sinasabi ninyo. Ang sinasabi ko, hindi nga ho nakasulat. So would you like to propose? Because we are happy to study and support. But hindi nga ho nakasulat yun. Yun lang naman ang puntos ko. Hindi pwede kasi yung intention natin, hindi klaro sa batas.
Well, that's why I'm glad, Mr. President, that we are in the period of amendments because this representation is very open to proposed amendments, including subject to style, to not just improve the content of the bill, pero klaruhin ang crystal clear kung ano po yung intent niya. So no problem with that, Mr. President.
Yes, and that is what I'm doing by using the period of amendment to make the interpellations. I am making it known to the sponsor that what she is saying is not in the bill. So I believe if yun po ang intention ng sponsor, then kayo po ang isulat niyo po yun kasi kayo ang nagsabing yun yung gusto niyong gawin eh. Di kayo po ang magsulat nun and we will be happy to review it kasi hindi ko po amendment yun. Ako yung nagtatanong kung ano ang gagawin ng ospital kung wala siyang promissory note. So sabi niyo ito. So tinatanong ko saan nakasulat yun.
No
There-
problem, Mr. President. We can improve this in this very period of amendments.
Thank you. Tapos balikan ho natin yung expenses, no? I can suspend and Her Honor can look at her numbers because I will also be presenting numbers. Her Honor also mentioned 50K to 1 million per patient. So does Her Honor intend to, kasi yun yung unang binanggit nyo. So does Her Honor intend to come up with a number based on those, that range of expense that Her Honor mentioned? Kasi kailangan nga natin ng number because we have to find out where will we get this amount to support naman these private hospitals. Otherwise, this is a disaster because ang mangyayari, pipila lang sila sa Malacanang, magmamakaawa sila na wag ipasa to. Sayang naman yung effort natin dahil we all have the same intention. Pagandahin yung health system natin. Wag ma-detain ang mga tao, masuportahan ng mga indigents, but we have to know our numbers before we make these kind of amendments. And one more on that section, so maybe we can take a break so we can work on this section.
Before we go on to the one more point of the gentle lady, Mr. President, definitely this is not going to turn out to be a disaster. The whole point of the bill, as the gentle lady herself has said, is to amend and update the original law. And that is why we are in the period of amendment to further improve it, Mr. President.
The only reason I use the word disaster, Mr. President, because time and again, the small private hospitals have practically kneel down in front of us, begging us for support. So pag pinasa natin to, hindi dahil sa hindi natin kinonsider yung burden sa kanila, then disaster yun para sa kanila. At kung disaster yun para sa kanila, disaster yun sa healthcare system natin because we are partners. Yun lang naman ang sa akin. We are partners, public and private. May mga lugar, and again, the Senate President is listening intently. Thank you because alam nyo din to. There are areas where there are no public hospitals. So, private hospital yung inaasahan mo doon. Tapos, kung yung mga indigent patients, sabi natin, magpapasa tayo, wala nang promissory note. At again, forgive me kung hindi ko lang naiintindihan. Kaya nga sabi ko, please feel free to point it out and educate me kung saan dyan nakalagay. Ano ba yung in lieu of the promissory note na matatanggap ng ospital? Kasi, kung wala, mababaon sila sa utang, magsasara sila. And that threat has happened many times. Alam ni Senate President yan. Ilang beses yan hindi lang nag-threaten. Some of them really closed. During the pandemic, they closed because PhilHealth was not fast enough to reimburse them for the expenses that they incurred during the time. Marami hong nagsara. So I'm just banking on experience to ensure that what we pass is a responsible response to this issue. So before I leave section 2, ang idadagdag ko is, did Her Honor take up during the hearings this possible amendment na lahat ng indigent patients wala ng promissory note? Na-take up ho ba yan sa hearing so that you would be able to hear the concerns of the different sectors, including the small private hospitals, the small clinic owners, yung mga lying-in clinic. Maliit lang ang singil niya na pag nanganak ha. I'll try to pull out that number. It's not a huge amount because it's just a lying-in clinic, overnight pag nanganak. So pag indigent, the amendment now is lahat ng indigent patients wala nang babayaran. Wala nang promissory note. Sorry, to be clear, wala nang promissory note. So, was this taken up during the hearing so that marinig natin yung side nila?
No, Mr. President, it wasn't taken up to have no promissory notes. The change, Mr. President, was that, as I mentioned earlier, hindi na po mag-isang mag-i-issue ng promissory note ang mahirap kahit sapilitang magkakabit siya ng kakarampot na nga na pagmamayari niya bilang di umanong collateral. Ang magbaback up na po ng promissory note, which is now more a document for the benefit of the hospital ay ito nga pong mga social protection at saka government financial institutions na binanggit ko po kanina.
So, ang ibig niyo,
Mr.
so two
President.
things I want to establish. Number one, hindi nyo nga na-take up yan, pero ang impact nito napakalaki sa private hospitals. Wala silang chance na marinig ang side nila kasi hindi yan na-take up during the hearing. Ang sa akin naman po, I understand, no? May liberty naman po tayo mga parliamentarians na ma-take up sa floor ang mga iba-ibang amendment. Naintindihan ko naman po yun. Pero pag napakabigat nung impact, it's either na-take up yan sa hearing or bibigyan natin sila ng time na mabigay din nila yung posisyon nila dito kasi sobrang laki talaga ng impact sa kanila. Please give me the number of private hospitals. 864 private hospitals. There are 864 private hospitals spread out all over the country. And like I said, there are certain areas where there are no public hospitals. So ang tatakbuhan lang ng tao, private hospitals. So kung hindi sila narinig sa hearing, sana man lang marinig din natin yung posisyon nila on this issue. And before, as I said, I leave section 2. Your Honor
If
keeps
the gentlelady would allow,
Of course.
we move to another
No, I'm not leaving yet.
point.
I have another point on section 2.
If I may just respond to this latest point. I did not say po na hindi inimbita ang mga private hospitals. We did invite them to the hearing, and as far as we can remember, they had no opposition to changing the promissory note system, and in large part changing it by backing it up, hindi sa collateral ng mga mahihirap na, kundi yung guarantee at financial capacity ng mga government financial institutions at saka social protection agencies. Ang sinabi ko pong hindi ay hindi natalakay ang isang no promissory note system. But did we invite the private hospitals? We did po, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you for clarifying that. Maganda namang clarification yon kasi magandang napapakita naman natin na naimbita naman. Pero yung topic na yan hindi na pag-usapan. And if Her Honor, again, may clarify, ano ho ba yung version ng bill na natalakay doon? Yung no promissory note sa indigent patient, sabi ng ating sponsor, hindi natalakay. How about yung no promissory note to senior indigent patients? Natalakay yata yon. Tama ho ba ako?
Yes, Mr. President, tinalakay po para
Okay.
sa senior citizens.
So ang pagkakaintindi po natin, and again, correct me if my understanding is wrong, ang na-bring up at ang alam ng mga nag-attend ng hearing is that i-consider yung no promissory note sa senior indigent patient. Kaya lang, pagdating na sa committee report, naging indigent patients lahat na. Kaya nga pati yung example ko na maternity lying in clinic, kasama na rin po dyan. Ang laki rin ho ng tama nila. When I said 800 plus hospitals, yung sinabi kong 864 na establishments, mga hospital po yun. Hindi pa kasama dyan yung lying in. Baka mas marami pa. So that's why I'm just asking, do we know? And I'm not a stickler for kailangan na take up yan sa hearing. Pero ang sa akin, I am a stickler for narinig ba natin yung concerns nila at yung side nila. If merong mag-advocate for them here, that's okay. If the sponsor has information that can assure us that protected din naman yung interest nila, that hindi naman sila mababankrupt, open naman din po tayo doon. That's the only reason I bring it up, Mr. President. Now,
Yes, Mr. President, I do appreciate that. And kaya nga po, the bill, gusto niyang i-bring in yung financial power at stability ng mga government financial institutions natin, including nga po the pension institutions and the social protection departments. Additionally, Mr. President, looking at page 4, lines 14 to 17, yun po yung letter E dito po sa section 2 natin, assumed po doon yung coverage for the indigent and the financially incapacitated. Kasi nga po nakalagay dito, in lieu of a promissory note, a guarantee or a reference letter from DOH or DSWD ang mag-assume. So, as the gentlelady and I were starting to discuss earlier, we can, in this period of amendments, clarify the wordings to assume that promissory equals guarantee. So, a promissory note is a guarantee note of these agencies and institutions of government. So, sa ngayon, no promissory note for senior citizens, but this representation is anticipating or it has an amendment from the Senate President na ang mako-cover all indigent patients. And I'm very willing to, I support that. So, the amendment po, yung covering all indigent, I would accept. And that is also why, Mr. President, we are accepting, again, to reiterate, we are accepting the proposed amendment of the gentle lady for DOH to put eligibility criteria in recognition of her concern. And in fact, I already accepted that, Mr. President, last month for the record.
And for the record, I have no issue covering indigent patients. I am just asking for the financial data so that we are assured that when we go into the budget debates, we will have the full support of all our colleagues to support this amount because mababankrupt nga ang mga private hospitals. And again, I am very willing to hear the numbers to ensure that hindi sila mababankrupt kasi yun lang naman yung objective natin, Mr. President, to ensure that we have a healthy health ecosystem na buhay ang ating private health institutions at nandyan yung mga support na kailangan nila. Kasi bago nga itong factor na dinadagdag natin. It's new. It's new. It does not exist now. Indigent patients are required to provide a promissory note, which means they have the legal obligation, to be clear sa mga nakikinig, they have the legal obligation to cover that amount. That is the meaning of a promissory note. You have
Yes,
a
Mr.
legal backing
President.
to cover that amount. So I understand what Her Honor is saying, that she has these government agencies that will provide, and Her Honor even mentioned letter E on the next page. Wala hong problema yon, pero I will just end this point, Mr. President, and ask Her Honor to read line 27, which is on page 3. Line 27 lang po hanggang 30 kasi marami namang nakabura doon eh. Let's put it on record.
The gentlelady would like me to read it. So, page 3, lines 27 to 30, the promissory note shall be secured by any or a combination of the following.
And is Her Honor, is my understanding correct that yung the following na yan nga po yung 5 na binanggit nyo. Tama ho ba ako?
Tama po, Mr. President.
So, anong binasa nyo? The promissory note shall be secured. So, we are talking about a situation where there is a promissory note involved. And what I have been trying to say, Your Honor, is for the indigent patient, it is your amendment that says that line 17, would Her Honor like to read? I can read it, she can read it, but that is your amendment, Your Honor. Line
Yes, Mr.
17.
President, provided that no promissory note shall be required of indigent patients who have been endorsed by the Medical Social Sciences Services Office of the hospital, medical clinic, or any similar facility to the Department of Social Welfare and Development. And just to reiterate, Mr. President, earlier, sinabi ko na rin po na we can clarify wordings to assume promissory equals guarantee. So it could be a guarantee note. Saka wala rin naman pong changes sa
Yes.
Mr. President, assuming no sa budget allocation.
Simply elaborates what can be, what security is allowed. Yun lang ang pinopoint out natin. Kasi Her Honor keeps on pointing to the alternatives to a promissory note. Wala nga hong nakasulat sa batas nyo na ganon because Section 27, which you just read, Her Honor just read into the record, refers to the security of a promissory note.
That's
So
why,
you
Mr.
might require
President,
another provision, Your Honor. I am just trying to put into words your intentions. Kasi kayo ho ang may intention na ito eh.
although Mr. President, as I already mentioned earlier, yung in terms of yung wording, yung language ng bill, pwede na nga pong palitan yung promissory note with guarantee note just to indicate nga na hindi na po ito yung kasalukuyan, hindi nga dating kasalukuyang sistema na sapilitang pinapapirma yung mahirap na pasyente o pamilya niya ng promissory note. Kahit halos wala siyang maidikit na collateral dyan. So if it makes it clearer, change promissory note to guarantee note. And of course, kung saan sa bill nag-a-appear yung salitang promissory, papalitan din ng salitang guarantee note. Ang importanteng pagbabago, Mr. President, ay pinapasok na po natin yung financial backing nitong mga pension systems at nitong mga government agencies, nitong mga government financial institutions, na ito yung magsaspare dun sa mahirap na pasyente at pamilya niya na sapilitang magpirma ng promissory note. Ito rin yung assurance sa ospital, pati yung mga private hospitals na definitely mababayaran sila. Kung tama po yung estimation po namin na 7 to 10 billion pesos ang financial implication, particularly sa mga private hospitals. Certainly, pag sinuma natin yung financial might nitong nakalista sa 5 letters dito, kakayanin po nilang garantiyahan yan. And yan ang assurance na mababayaran ang mga ospital sa mga serbisyong ibinibigay nila sa mga indigents, Mr. President.
With the kind permission of Senator Pia, the way I understand it, dalawa po yung categories, may indigent and non-indigent. Ang indigent, hindi na po pwede mag-issue ng promissory note. Dito papasok si DSWD para to assure the payment to the hospitals. For non-indigent, pwede pa rin mag-issue ng promissory note backed by the 5 different guarantees. So, in
Maaari
other
po,
words,
Mr.
That is
President.
I think that's the way
That
it's
is correct.
structured.
But that is correct.
Yeah. So I think ang suggestion ko is to make it very clear that for indigent, it's the government that will assure the payment to the hospital so that yung
Yes.
operations nila, I see the point of Senator Pia, hindi ma-hamper yung operations nila. I think that should be stated clear in the bill. Para kung ako man si hospital, walang promissory note, si government na will step in and pay for my arrears.
Yes, Mr. President, and will do to make it clearer. Pero salamat din sa pagbanggit kahit yung mga non-indigent, halimbawa yung mga middle class. Minsan kahit middle class po ay maaring kapusin. So this could be like a range of financial buffer para sa mga pasyente. Yung mga indigent talaga, at least masasandigan nila itong mga institusyon, and yung non-indigent, if necessary at kung magkakwalipika sa mga criteria, maaring mag-avail of din kahit partially. Pero syempre, alam naman po natin ang pinakamadalas na de-detain dahil may bill or may balanse pa sa bill ay yung mga mahihirap. So sila po yung aasahan sana natin dito sa 5 nakalista.
Yeah, well, I suggest for the indigent, good sponsor, malista natin yung DSWD, DOH, PhilHealth, even PCSO, yung mga government institutions who provide assistance so that kung ako yung hospital, alam ko, assured din ako na mababayaran din ako. Yun ang, I think Senator Pia is correct in saying, pag maliit ka, wala ka ng, you rely on your cash flow eh. Pag mawawala yung cash flow na yun, mahirapan sila to continue with their operation. And we'll provide some suggestions to that effect.
Salamat, Mr. President. So ngayon pa lang, I could see 2 possible conditions na isasama natin or criteria. Kapag indigent patients, no promissory note. And for other patients, maaring may promissory note pero backed up pa rin by the 5 securities bilang guarantee sa hospital. And I thank the good Senate President for those for that additional guidance. Mr. President, we could suspend for the moment so that we can fix the provision with the staffs, both of the good gentlewoman and the Senate President.
Yeah. So with that,
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I thank you for that. Thank you for the clarification. Mr. Senate President, because that's exactly what I was trying to say.
All right.
I was just pointing that out, that it is not clear where that money will come from. And what we have not established is what is that amount. Because I am prepared later on when we resume to show that the amount I have is much more than, I think Her Honor said 7 to 10 billion, if I'm not
5
mistaken.
to 7 billion pesos.
5 to 7. The
Mr.
numbers I
President.
have are much bigger. I just want to study it a little bit more because it's not my goal to prolong this. I also want to
Not
pass
7
this.
to 10,
Pero
sorry.
I want to be responsible about this. Otherwise, I will have to make a reservation in the passage of this measure because when the budget time comes, or even before that comes, mark my word, pipila ang ating mga private hospitals to object to the passing of this. And we don't want that. No, we want them to know that it's a Senate that listens to the people and passes responsible bills. Thank you, Mr. President, for your clarification.
Session
Just correct my last note, Mr. President. 7 nga po, 7 to 10 billion pesos.
My numbers are
Thank you,
much
Mr.
higher, Mr.
President.
President.
Session suspended.